We just left Jacksonville, Florida, where we were visiting our friend Mel, who is also a full-time RVer and a solo traveler. We had a great time, but for now, we're heading down to explore the St. Augustine area. We crossed the water onto Anastasia Island, which is a 14-mile-long barrier island and is known for its beaches. This is where we are staying at the St. Augustine Beach Koa. This Koa has over 100 sites, including RV spots, tents, and cabins. There's also a small lake along the edge. The one thing Mark and I both said as we would walk around the park was, this park really has a nice feel to it. Well, for us anyway. This Koa's entrance was a little tight, and it only has 2 openings for the RVs coming in. And this was a surprise to see the Old Town Trolley pulling in. We found out they actually will stop at this Koa to pick you up and get you downtown to the St. Augustine historical area. But you can see it was so tight, the driver backed up and headed out to the back where there's another exit. And now that we're in our spot, let's start exploring St. Augustine, Florida. So the first thing we did the next day was to go downtown to the historic area to take the trolley ride and get a feel for the land. But we didn't want to take the trolley from the park because we knew we wanted to stay pretty late and we weren't sure we'd be able to get on the trolley to get back. So instead, we took our car.
So this is A1A?
Yep.
A1A, Beachfront Avenue.
Is there somebody out there you wanted to make sure they heard you?
No, honey, you don't know
Marco.
idea how important that song and that line is for me. A1A, Beachfront Avenue.
Now you know what they're talking about.
So anyway, we made our way across this beautiful bridge into the historic district. And this is where we picked up our trolley tour.
Did you save $1 each for your coupon?
I did.
You are a thrifty wife.
456 years of narrated history. You can hop on and off our 22 stops. Trolleys come by every 15 to 20 minutes.
We are in St. Augustine right now, and we're going to be doing a trolley tour through the historic area, which I recommend doing. We've done this several times, and it's just a good way to get the lay of the land. So
Right, because we're going to hop on
and
hop off.
Yeah, and he's off. So we'll get the lay of the land, and then we're going to just get our bikes down here, walk around, and go back to the places we actually enjoy and we're curious about.
Well, no, and it's because we're too cheap to buy the trolley 2 times in a row.
That's part of it. But actually, this is a very walkable town, so we'll get the lay of the land first. And like we were told, there are 22 stops for the trolley, and the conductors make the tour even more entertaining by providing history and a little humor. It's always great to get the background of what we're seeing. St. Augustine is on the northeast coast of Florida, and it claims to be the oldest city in the United States. It's also known for its Spanish colonial architecture, and some of it is just breathtaking.
So we just finished the first hour and a half of our visit to St. Augustine's by being on that trolley and finding out everything we need to see and where we need to go. So let's get going, Sue.
Now
Right.
walking down St. George's Street, we're going to find some food.
Yeah.
So we're entering St. George Street. This is supposed to be a pedestrian wall, they call it. Walkway that's filled with all kinds of quaint little stores and restaurants and tourist stuff.
So sometimes you visit a city just a little bit too early for your own good. Look at this. If I was here at the right time, that's what I'd be having right now.
Maybe it's a good thing they are.
And a coffee.
And a coffee.
Yeah, and it would be right after our Ben and Jerry's 7-layer coconut ice cream we just had.
This place looks pretty cool. On the days they have music, look at the trees and the lights hanging. Wow.
So they apparently have music venues and, drinks and cocktails there and food over there. So we'll have to look at the event and see if we can find something to come to while we're here.
Yeah, peeking in there.
Well, I was just checking to see if I probably would have bought that shirt if it had something on the back.
Such a picky t-shirt buyer.
Well, when you look like me, you got to have something good on the front and the back to make up for the rest of me.
And then we came across Whetstone Chocolates on George Street. But better than that, we found out they also have a tasting tour, which we tried a few days later. Check this out. And our next touristy thing in St. Augustine is the Chocolate Factory. Not sure how to say it.
Whetstone. And I told Sue, I said, I'm not going unless they have stuff I like if they had chocolate or if they had gelato or if they had fudge or
Want some
if they
truffles?
had truffles or if they had coffee,
Coffee.
And then I looked at the sign, I'm like, we got to go to this.
You're in.
Yeah.
Let's do it. And the chocolate tour had a number of rules to follow. Number 1, hairnets.
So we're at Whetstone Chocolates in St. Augustine, and I'm actually quite flattered. When I checked in, the young lad that checked us in was insistent that I have a hairnet on because apparently he saw how thick it's been growing in lately since we've been in Florida with the humidity. So I'm going to put this thing on, and I did request the extra large one to be put on.
You're so thick
Yeah.
with a big head.
Yeah, I think I'm set, and to be extra safe, I think I'm going to put my hat on over it. All right, Sue, I think we're all set.
That's right.
Yeah.
Plus I've got more to push up in there.
Yeah. Well, I thought, didn't they hand you a scissors?
Yeah, right.
You had to get rid of the
All
pigtails?
long hair is cut.
Honey, you're
I
not,
wouldn't be cool like you.
you're not quite as good looking as you normally are.
Is that right?
You look like a World War II worker in a factory.
In a chocolate factory.
Yeah.
So we started out with a few videos on what we were going to see, along with the infamous Lucy in the Chocolate Factory film. And then we headed out of the gift shop building into the factory.
I've already got my technique figured out based on watching the Lucy video.
Oh, God.
When people aren't looking, I'm going to take chocolate and stuff it in here. And that way, I could have like 4 or 5 of them. Be like, nobody will even know.
Yeah.
Jan Man, he's thinking.
First, we got a little bit of the history of chocolate and all the steps it goes through to turn into candy. And our tour guide was a bit of a drill sergeant, but she was interesting and she was fun.
Right, chocolate. Chocolate dates back over 2,000 years.
So the tours go on 7 days a week, but the workers are only there 5 days. And of course, here we hit it the day they're not working.
Figure them out. But it's ensuring also that it's down.
We couldn't eat in the factory, so we had to grab one of our candies and go outside to enjoy it. Her first.
Yeah, he's challenging you. Nice one, Mark.
Trying to get past on the camera.
That's right.
And now back to George Street, walking around. This time, we are looking for a restaurant.
What happened, Mark? Too long a wait?
Yeah.
There's a lot of restaurants open. Let's check.
All right, we've got another one. We're going to give a try.
Wow. So dark.
All right, we walked in. It was way too noisy, so we're on the hunt still. And there's plenty of restaurants here. Just gotta find
Where's the good Subway when you need it?
Oh, no. All right, we might have found it. St Augustine Distillery. Where is it? All right, looks like we have to go through the gift shop to actually get to the restaurant. Boy, you really gotta know where you're going. So, the restaurant obviously is in the back of all this. We could have just walked around to the back. Didn't know that. All right. There he goes, studying it. Got to put something in your stomach before you do a tasting at a distillery, for sure. All right, we just finished our meal and now we're going to do the tasting.
Raise a glass, you've made it another year.
And once you've checked in, this is a self-guided tour, but there are a number of tasting stations throughout the tour. On to the next part. The tour continues. Yeah, thanks for slamming it. One drink and he's slamming it up.
Well, either that or cement in them.
Right, first step of our tour, self-guided.
Well, okay, so this is what I was looking for because I was in engineering. I was looking for some type of a designation, a lot number, a barrel number, here, a lot number, proof number, and that's on each of these. So they're not filled with concrete, they're filled with real stuff. So you can see this machinery here, this bottle comes in and then a label is applied and it comes around the way around. And they had to get these things because it was getting harder and harder to find people all day long that would, And then for a while they went to beagles and they had dogs,
Oh my God.
but they were going on crooked and I mean, it's a true story.
So we're going to start with our gin. Now the gin's bottled at 94 proof, botanical gin. So it's going to be like a London Dry.
So we just did the tropical tiki. It had coconut and it was a rum actually. Oh my gosh, that was like put some ice in a blend. You got yourself a pina colada.
We might have to get one of the mixes.
Oh, I'm getting that one for sure.
Raise your glass to another year.
So this used to be a hotel, but it now is a college. Flagler College, and that's a guy that pretty much built this city.
He put it on the map.
Put it on the map for sure.
Second most richest person in the world. Wow.
First one being the King of England.
Yeah. Well, it's
Says a
kind
lot.
of tough to, outdo him.
Yeah. So I guess he was Standard Oil, now Exxon and Mobil. This is pretty darn fancy. Wow.
All right, we're going to have an exercise in truth in advertising. Let's check out the manly toys and hobbies.
I don't think they're manly.
Well, I don't know. Either that or I'm not manly. Well, we're in the kids' corner area. The old Astro Shot is kind of up my alley. But let's go to the really manly man area. I thought I saw there were some blow-up dolls over here. Sometimes I'm surprised when they'll have a display like this. This is obviously what happens to you when you play with Manly Man toys and you have a failure. The guy paid for it.
We were in St. Augustine just before Christmas, and the city was lit up with its annual Nights of Lights holiday displays. You can take a tour, or you can just do what we did, walk it. Truly, it was beautiful. They also have several ghost tours. That, I think, would be interesting also.
Coffee this late.
Yes, you know why? So I'm going to have that.
There he is. He is complete. Wow. Different feel at night. How was your day? Our
Good,
first,
but it's not done yet.
our first St. Augustine.
Now,
You're too far
now
away.
the romantic part of the day starts. This is the
night
part
is
that
young.
can't be put on the OGM channel because we're a family channel.
Oh my God.